210 Boxing TV here with Omar Juarez. All right, Omar, man, you've been training hard, living that camp life in Vegas, getting out, your comfort zone, Brownsville, doing camps in San Antonio. What is it like, being out here with Bob Santos in Vegas and just getting this work?
Nah, man, it's a blessing, man. It really is to be out here in Las Vegas, the fight capital of the world, and to be here with my manager Bob Santos, my trainer Rick Nunez, and my father as well, Rudy Juarez, and we're just getting in the best work we can so we can be prepared for our next fight, February 8th at the Pain Arena under Juarez Rollo's promotion. So it's gonna be good.
Now, a lot of people, right? You fought on PBC, and people don't know, right? You're still a PBC fighter. People try to say, "Oh man, they dropped them" and stuff like that. It's just right now with the dates. And that's why a lot of guys are going on local shows, pro box, different stuff like that. Do you feel like this is what you needed to stay busy to where that big fight comes? Like, how many fights do you think right now you want to do on a local show? And then what do you think? 1 or 2 more fights, and then you're gonna get a big fight again?
No, yeah, absolutely. Well, we're still in contact with PBC. We're still here with Bob Santos, Luis de Cubas. We're still the same team. It's just they've given us the flexibility to be able to be on our shows, our local shows, and it's been doing very good. I know that they're keeping an eye on us as well. They've been watching the results that we've been having, so they're gonna let me get a couple fights here, and that's definitely what I need to be able to stay busy and stay ready for that next big opportunity.
The last time you were on that big stage, right, on Showtime, you had a really hard fight with Francis. A lot of people felt like you got an unjust decision. Sean Porter was one of your biggest advocates. What was that like, with Sean Porter shouting you out and just how he was just heartbroken for you? What was that like? I know you saw the video.
Yeah, I saw it. Came out on the Porter Way podcast. Big shout out to Sean Porter as well. He's been a very big supporter of my career. He was there in my debut, and that fight I just take like the way I took my first loss against Al Rivera. I just soak in all the experience, and at the end of the day, all the greats have had losses, excluding Mayweather. But at the same time, I still feel like I have enough to be able to give what the fans want. That's very entertaining fights, and be able to change the sport of boxing and just, give the best fights. Because I feel like that's when boxing was at its best. When Duran was fighting Hagler, they were going back and forth. There was just a lot of good fights with a lot of elite athletes, and I feel like I'm one of them. So I'm going to continue to work hard and get my opportunity soon.
Like you said, right? It's about that style. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's what you always bring excitement. And as you said, yeah, you have a few losses, but you never and I'm real with you. You never been dominated. You never been washed where it's like, okay, you got knocked out or you got stopped or you lost every round. Going to that Francis fight, the rounds that you had success, do you feel like when you watched that fight back, did you think like, damn, if I just would have pressed more, it would have been different? Because every time you had him against the ropes, it was your fight, like easy.
Yeah.
When you look back at the fight, what'd you think?
Yeah, I do a lot of film study on that fight, and I feel like, man, there were so many opportunities that I could have taken advantage of. I feel like if I fight him now, he wouldn't last the 10, 12 rounds, whatever it is we go. But it is what it is. I take that experience, like I take my wins, and I just dust it off and continue to stay in the gym. I'm getting older, getting smarter, so I'm excited for my next fight. But I do a lot of film study on that fight, and I see all the errors that I could have done, and it is what it is. But I'm learning and I'm growing, and I'm just blessed to be here, man.
Right now, right, with PBC, as you mentioned, because it was a lot of people, they don't understand the move from the Showtime and Amazon Prime, still trying to get everything together. How key is this to stay active? Because you don't want to be a year off. How key is that to be active? And the shows in Brownsville, they do really well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's I'm looking at it as a blessing in disguise. It's an opportunity for our promotion company to be able to grow, get some fights in there, just keep me active, like you said. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. And as of the Amazon Prime and Showtime thing, that's where, all the PBC fighters, a lot of them started leaving. A lot of them started doing pro box TV shows, things like that. So, I'm trusting in God's timing, and I know that once they get everything situated, it's gonna be my year.
And then it's like the frustration. Look at Elijah. He was supposed to fight Elijah Garcia was supposed to fight January 10th.
Been here since like June, bro.
February 15th. And I don't know if you saw yesterday, March 22nd.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're about to, because right now he looked like he's just about to peak. And when you're about to peaking and then it gets pushed back a month, you got to probably take a week off, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't just keep going. But as you mentioned, that frustration and then finally having the date, who do you look at that once you get back on the PBC at 140 that you would want to fight?
Man,
if there's a guy.
At first it was Rollie because he had the belt. Now he doesn't have it, but I still feel like it'd be a big name to get me up there, to get my name known. Pitbull, Rayo, you know what I mean? just the big names, man. The big names. I feel like I'm ready for it. I feel like the Rancis fight showed that I'm ready for that caliber. But like I said, I'm trusting in God's timing. Whoever they offer to me, I'm gonna be ready for it.
Because there's been talks. I've heard rumors of Lindolfo Delgado.
Yeah, they offered that fight, but they wanted to do it at a top ranked show, and PBC said no because they didn't want to do it on a PBC show. So, I mean, I know my name's still up there, but like I said, I'm leaving it in God's time, man. I know that my opportunity with whoever it's gonna be with is gonna come, and I'm gonna take full advantage of it. And when I get my title, man, that's when the world will know my name.
And then, as you mentioned, you got Louis Duquesne Jr. I mean, he's talk about managers. I mean,
the best, man. He has everybody. So like I said, I have the best team in the world. I'm trusting in my team, trusting in my managers and my promoter, and I'm just, having fun with it at this point. I'm building a fan base, more of a fan base back at home, and it's good. We're watching all the talent grow. So who knows? Maybe my little brother, people behind him, people back at home in the gym, they have bright futures as well. So I'm excited to see that as well.
You got it. The 956 is on the rise.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
All right, man. We got a big fight next week, and I want to get your prediction real quick. Benavidez Morrell, the battle of the giants.
Yeah, man. That's gonna be. It's definitely what we need for boxing, but it's a new weight class, man. They're 175, right?
Both of them.
175.
And then no rehydration clause because we're in Vegas, so they're gonna come in 190, 195, maybe 200.
I had said before David Benavidez, but now looking at it, like, he does have the punch output. He's they call him the Mexican Monster for a reason. But Morrell's a very athletic Cuban, man, and he's southpaw, and he's strong. So like I'm at 50-50 with this one, man. Before I was at Benavidez, I feel like Benavidez would have wiped him out. But now that I think more about it, man, it's just a 50-50 fight that I wouldn't be surprised at whatever outcome.
All right, I appreciate you.
Man.